What's going on, YouTube? So as you can tell from the title, today we're going to take a look at a Super Bowl game from one of the leagues I'm in. Just take a look at these stats real quick. These are the rushing stats of my opponent. Now, as you can see from this guy's rushing stats, his rushing attack is absolutely incredible. If you tally up all those numbers, it's 6,000 yards. If you take into account the trades that he made, on the season, he ran for 7,400 yards in the season in a 32-man league. Like, this guy was unstoppable. Nobody could stop him. He went 16-0, and his box scores were literally 300 yards rushing with one guy on however many carries, 16, 17, 18 carries, like an incredible amount of yards per carry. And then his other guy would have like 10 carries for 180 yards, and they'd have like 4 touchdowns each. Like, it was like nobody could stop this guy. And in Madden 25, with the run game being like it is, so overpowered, and the fact that he's got a custom playbook with all of the best running plays in the game, the pistol strong powers, all the best buck sweeps, you know, the read options and all that kind of stuff. But then the Saints have back power and some of the best counters and some of the best stretches, and he's running a hurry up offense, and he's you know, on top of that, he's really good. Like, yeah, you could say anybody can do that, and they can, but he was really good at reading the numbers, knowing if he did not have success with a specific play, he would just do a hurry up, and he knew that play to go to right after where he knew that he was going to have success. And with Adrian Peterson, just made it that much worse. That much worse. So I generally don't show league games. You know, I just play in leagues for fun, to lab. Don't really take it that serious. Even if I play in the Super Bowl, it's not something that I generally show. But the fact that this guy was special in the sense that 7,400 yards, never seen anything like that before. I knew that I was going to show this on YouTube, win or lose, just to see, you know, one, show you guys, you know, maybe you could emulate what he's doing if you're struggling. But on top of that, just to kind of see what it's like, a player like myself going against a guy that is so dominant at one thing. The only other time that I've actually shown a league game was actually a Super Bowl back in Madden 12. I had just joined the Madden Lab, and I was kind of thinking of what video I should do for my first commentary. So I showed that video, and one of the reasons I showed it was, again, because my opponent did something so special. He passed for 13,000 yards in a CFM that we played in, 32 owners, and just dominated everybody. And we happened to play in the Super Bowl, and it was a guy that I knew. I've been playing with him for a long time, and this was the year of the slant outs, right? So, I mean, he had, like, it was ridiculous. And he had Blaine Gabbert and Terrell Pryor. If you want to check that video out, I'll actually put a link in the description. Just be warned that I do swear a lot in the video, just because I just started out in the Madden Lab. I didn't really know that I was going to take the more tame approach, you know? And, yeah, so I just thought I'd show that game at the time because I was doing something, you know, where I was playing against an opponent that it was just kind of crazy numbers. Well, same goes here. So enjoy it while you can. I'm not really going to be showing too many league games, especially because, you know, when it comes to playoffs and stuff like that, you know, I won a Super Bowl, like, you know, last week, and then I had to play this game as well, like the day after. But I generally don't, like, I hate playoffs. Like, when it comes to leagues, and I know I'm the only one that thinks this, man, but I don't know. Like, I don't understand how other people can't have the same mentality as me. When you play 2 months, okay, in a league, and then the playoffs come along, and it's done in a day. Not a day and a half. Like, that's annoying to me. Like, I love the fun of the regular season, you know, like off-season acquisitions that everyone made, how their players doing, who's doing what, who's beating who, you know, it's fun. It's just like real football, you know, you got all your fantasy, you've got all the games that you bet on each week. It kind of provides a really fun atmosphere every single week, and that's the way that I look at it in leagues in Madden too. And then you get into the playoffs in the NFL, and it's like, well, you got 2 games on Saturday, 2 games on Sunday, and a lot of the times, like, the game's a blowout, you know, to be quite honest with you, in the playoffs. There can be some exciting games in the real NFL, for sure, don't get me wrong, and who doesn't love the Super Bowl? But just like in Madden leagues, it's like, man, a day and a half, like, you played 2 months for everything to just go a day and a half? Annoying. Like, I've forfeited so many games, just made up an excuse like, oh, sorry, I'm out of town. you know, just so I don't have to play. Like, I can't stand that. I like to play my one game and then just kind of play the next day or next time advance comes. But so many times, especially, it's even worse when you go to the Super Bowl. This is why I hate going to the Super Bowl, because you play and then you're done one game, and then they want you to play again right after, and then if you're in the Super Bowl, they want you to play again right after. And it's like, I don't know, it's annoying to me, especially because I just use leagues to lab. And this is what I did. I just showed a defense, the 46 Bear under, just the other day, and this was the inception of that defense. Now, I did okay, but that defense this is where I started labbing it. Now, my mistake that I was making was I was controlling the safety, and I was shifting my line, and I was doing like linebacker movements, whatever. I didn't realize that I had to put my linebacker in front of the left tackle for it to have the best success. So I was kind of controlling the safety, but I definitely still got some stops. And knowing that I was playing, and by the way, on this play, shout out to iMaverick, 2-point play that I showed on Xbox 360. iMav actually reminded me about that play working on next gen. So it's a great play. As you can see, it puts me up by 2 touchdowns here. So because I had success, as you see right there, that's the defense, with that particular run defense, kind of made me get into it a little bit deeper, because if something works against a guy that dominates so much in one area, you better go back into practice mode or in another game and lab it, because you're onto something, you know what I mean? So that's the inception of the 46 Bear under defense. I definitely really like it. As you can see, to Anthony Thomas, this is a draft league. We have rookies in this league, all the rookies, Johnny Manziel, Teddy Bridgewater, you know, Sammy Watkins, all them guys. I got Anthony Thomas. I dropped so many picks in Madden 25, I don't even know what to tell you. I mean, the game is over, but I just drop picks like it's just nothing. Just nothing. That is honestly my biggest complaint. I don't even care about the run. Like, the run is over effective, yeah, but I dropped so many picks. I don't even know what to tell you. So anyway, I'm going to put a link in the description to the other video. I don't really have much to say about this other than the fact that, yes, I'm wearing white jerseys in the snow. Not really the best idea. Kind of wanted to back out initially just because, even though this game wasn't really that big of a deal to me, I didn't want it to be really lame where I was confused with the snow and the white jerseys. But anyway, the St. Louis Rams win the Super Bowl. And I don't know, that's really about it. Don't really know what to say. Loved my team. The guy that I played was definitely a monster when it came to the run. Best I've ever seen at that, for sure. Actually, the best part about this whole thing was afterwards on Facebook, I get a message like, hey, what's your PayPal? I was like, oh, okay. So I give them my PayPal. I was like, and then they're posting, they're like, hey, you won the $75, whatever. I'm just like, sweet. Like, I didn't even know I got money for this. In all the other leagues that I won Super Bowls in, they never gave me no money. So I actually won $75 for this. D'Anthony Thomas with the MVP. Hope you guys enjoyed the game. Maybe get a couple ideas on some of the run plays. Maybe if you get a sneak peek and pause, take a look at some of the run defenses that I used to slow down the best running game that I've ever seen. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you next time.